Hey guys, welcome to Gregsbeerreviews today. It's beer 30. Let's go take a walk, see what's in the fridge today.
Hey everybody, welcome to Gregsbeerreviews. Today, look at this great big 22-ounce bottle. This is the Drew Curtis, Will Wheaton, Greg Cook Stone Sparking Wheaton W00t Stout. This is the 2013 edition. I have several different years of this. Been saving this one for quite a while now, guys. We're in 2019. This is a 2013 edition. This is a 13%er. I think the ABV changes from batch to batch or year to year. I don't know how often they do it. Probably once a year, I would think. And Beer Advocate has it listed as 11.5%. Wrong. Hit the showers, boys. Alright, enough about Beer Advocate. They're not even in the game as far as I'm concerned. Untapped has the 2013 listed as the 2013 and has 13% and 65 IBUs. Of course, being 2013, of course, they're not brewing it anymore. Each year is probably a little different ABV. I don't know if they changed any hops or the recipe or anything like that, but it does change from batch to batch or year to year. This is a 2013, again, 65 IBUs according to what Untapped is telling me for the 2013 edition. That's why I like Untapped so much. A lot of the times, most of the time, not always, they'll list the different years if it's been produced or still being produced, and there's different batches and different ABVs where Beer Advocate doesn't have a clue. Also, commercial description says Drew Curtis, Will Wheaton, Stone Sparking W00t Stout, part bourbon barrel aged with rye and wheat malt and pecans. So, I drank one of the, not the 2013, I don't think. I had multiples, so I don't know. I drank one the other day that I had multiples of, and I got shit-faced. I'll be straight up honest with you. It kicked my butt. So I'm not going to drink all of this one. I'm going to pour the other half, the second half of this bottle. I had a serious buzz when I got done drinking that beer, so we're not going to do that this time. So with that being said, we've gone over everything. We know it's a 2013. We know it's 13%. We have 65 IBUs. It's time. Let's get it opened and get it into the glass and see what the 2013 has to offer. We're going to go straight down the center on the pour on this one, guys. And that's it, right there. That's all we're going to get in there. About a half a finger of head on that pour. Pitch black, guys. It is dark as night. A very good looking stout. I am a fan of this series. This beer is an awesome beer. So if you're a young buck and you want to do a vertical from several different years at the same time, have at it, my friends. Homie ain't going to do that. Not for a 13 or even 11.5%. Don't do too many verticals anymore, guys. It's too much alcohol, too many calories to do at one time. So the final beer of the evening for me. Big time roasted malt. A little bit of the barrel aging notes going on there. It's a blended beer, I think. It says part bourbon barrel aged, so not all of it is done in bourbon barrels. They're probably blending it. Caramel, toffee, black molasses. Slight hint of some pecans in there. Smells awesome. I mean, this is a 13%er. The alcohol seems to be very well hidden on the nose. I bet it's going to be tasty. Let's find out. Cheers, everybody. A little bit of alcohol on the taste, But you got to remember, you're drinking a bourbon barrel aged 13%er. It's hard to hide all of that alcohol. Man, if you're a macro lager drinker, this is going to blow your palate out of your mouth and kick your butt at the same time. Put your face down in the dirt and kick your ass across the floor. But it's there. A little bit of booziness, I will say that. But it's 13%. I mean, give me a break. You're not drinking an 8%er here. You're drinking a monster beer here. Please drink this at home. Don't think, absolutely damn sure you're not going to find a 2013 being served anywhere. You'd be damn lucky if you did. And if you did, please make sure you have a designated driver. One of these is enough to get a DUI in the state of Virginia. And the days of drinking and driving are over, guys. Just be careful. Don't hurt yourself or hurt any innocent people or children. That's my biggest thing. That's why you see me do mine here. I don't drink and drive anymore. It ain't worth it. It ain't worth it anymore. This is an awesome beer. It is a very, very well made beer. It's an impressive beer. That's why I've been saving these beers. I haven't done a whole lot of reviews on them. I have done a couple. But this is a 2013, like I said, and we're in 2019. So this is 6 years, approximately 6 years old, aged in the bottle. So I think I've got a 2015 in there we're going to do here in the next week or so. So we'll see if I detect any differences in it, or one's less boozy, more boozy, less alcohol, or whatever. But we're going to sip on this one and pour her a glass, and I'll be right back. Alright guys, I'm back. Been sipping on it a while now. A little bit of lacing left on the glass. Definitely a very well made beer. The booziness is still there, but you're drinking at 13%, not at 8%. So a lot of times it's hard to hide that much alcohol. You got to realize you're drinking a monster beer. And I do. That's why I didn't drink all of it this time like I did the last time. Poured her a glass of it. So very tasty beer. It's definitely worth picking up, definitely worth trying. Like I said, I think the ABV has dropped a little bit, and it changes a lot of times from batch to batch depending on what they're brewing and the recipe and where they want it to be and how much barrel aging and blending they're doing to the beer. But this particular one, the 2013, is very tasty, but it is a little heavy on the booziness, but it is a 13%er. You got to realize that, so, and I do. I do think it's a well-made beer. I am a big fan of this style of beer and this series of beer from Stone. The 11.5%er may not be as boozy as this 13%er. Like I said, I have another one at 2015, I think, in there that I'm going to do within the next week or so. But it is a very well-made beer. It's an impressive beer to me, and I love this style of beer, whether it's 11.5 or a 13%er, because I'm not driving anywhere. I'm just going to stagger back into the bedroom and fall down. So it's not a big deal. You're not driving. I would never drink this magnitude of beer out at a bar or a brew pub or a friend's house and try to drive. Don't do that. Please don't do that. It's not worth it anymore, guys. It is not. So, with that being said, I did enjoy this. Nice roasted malt, caramel, toffee, black molasses, nice bourbon barrel aged. I'm already slurring my words, and I've only had a glass of this. It's a very nice beer. You just got to realize what you're drinking. Big beer, monster beer, 13%er. This is 2.5 regular beers in one bottle. So as long as you're aware of what you're drinking, you'll be okay. But don't drink the beer of this magnitude, whether it's this one or something else, it's 13%er and try to drive. Please don't do that. Very tasty beer. Sells very well. Still a slight hint of the booziness, being 13%, but I expect that. Very hard to hide that much alcohol. So, final choke. Awesome aroma. Very, very nice aroma. And if you're expecting the bourbon barrel notes to be off the chain, they are not. It's a blended beer. That's delicious, guys. It is very delicious. Not quite to the A+ category to me, and if you say it is, I would not argue with that one bit. But the booziness is enough. I have had 13 percenters and not quite as boozy as this, especially when I've cellared them this long. But I wouldn't argue with that. If you say, "Oh my God, that's the best thing I ever tasted," it's a 10, it's an A+, I wouldn't argue with that. But to me, I've had better, for the amount of booziness I'm getting and the small amount of bourbon barrel aging that I'm getting, I've had better bourbon barrel aged beer that drank a little smoother than this and were a little tastier than this. But it is pretty damn tasty to me. Like I said, I'm going to go probably against the grade. I'm going to give it an A, but I'm going to give it a upper end of the A category. 98 from me, guys. Pretty impressive, and I would buy this beer. I would buy it, no doubt. So, and like I told you before, Beer Advocate has it listed as a 11.5%, and it's not. It's a 13%, and they say it's a 92 now sounding. I think it's better than that. Untapped has 2013, which is the one I'm drinking now. They have it at 4.14, which is their A- scale. And again, I think it's a slight bit better than that. Having the year on there and the ABV on there, you know what you're buying, you know what you're drinking. And I enjoyed this. It is very, very nice beer. But again, realize you're drinking a 13% and not an 8%. So it is what it is. So if you've had the 2013 edition of the W00t Stout recently, let me know what you think. Till we meet again, let's go see what's in the fridge.